So a lot of people think that if something's fair use, YouTube is going to automatically protect them against copyright strikes. Well, unfortunately, that's not how the system works. On YouTube, someone can file a copyright takedown against one of your videos, and the platform will most likely remove it immediately, even if it does qualify as fair use. Why the hell would they do that? Well, because under US law, YouTube is not responsible for deciding fair use. The courts are. So I wanted to put together a video and discuss, talk about how copyright strikes work, how the DMCA process functions, and why fair use is largely misunderstood by creators and viewers. So hang around. We'll be right back in 2 and 2. I know. You're probably thinking, Chris, why are you talking about copyright strikes? You're a charming, elegant, eloquent, bon vivant, if you will. I know. But recently I've seen creators threatening to copyright strike other channels due to clipped content or criticism. Well, that made me realize something. A lot of people, including myself at the time, have no clue how that whole process works. So, instead of getting into drama or finger pointing, I thought it would be more useful to walk through the whole process step by step. So, you ready? All right. Step 1, the DMCA takedown. Whoa. All right, everything starts with something called the DMCA takedown notice. DMCA stands for the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. This is the law that governs how online platforms like YouTube deal with copyright complaints. If someone believes their copyrighted work has been used in a video, they can submit a takedown request to YouTube. When that happens, YouTube will usually remove the video and issue a copyright strike. And here's the key thing most people misunderstand. YouTube is not deciding who's right. They're simply following the legal process required by the DMCA. All right, now, this is an important part. A copyright strike on YouTube is not a legal judgment. It simply means someone claimed infringement and the platform is responding to the claim. That's it. Whether the video is actually infringing or is protected under fair use can only be determined in court. All right, step 2, the counter notification. A counter offer. If the creator believes that the takedown was a mistake, say because the content is fair use, they can then file what's called a counter notification. So basically it's telling YouTube, I believe the takedown was incorrect and I am willing to defend my use legally. Once that counter notice is filed, YouTube forwards it to the person who made the claim. So at that point, the claimant has 10 to 14 business days to file a copyright lawsuit in federal court. If they do file a lawsuit, the dispute moves into the legal system. If they don't file a lawsuit, the video can be restored and the copyright strike removed. All right, so fair use. Fair use is often misunderstood. Copyright law protects creators from having their work copied or redistributed without their permission. But it does not protect someone from commentary or criticism about their work. That's where fair use comes in. U.S. law allows portions of copyrighted material to be used for commentary, criticism, analysis, parody. So a good example of this is when the Lanterns trailer dropped about a week or so ago. So there were tons of YouTube videos up of people reacting to the trailer. So if you've watched one of these, what you typically see is they play a little bit of the trailer, stop, comment or whatever, criticize about what had come, what they had watched, play a little bit more, stop, do the same, etc., etc. So that is using a material, a copyrighted material, for commentary, criticism, or parody. So, good example. All right, up next, the big myth of monetization. Another myth people repeat all the time is that if a video is monetized, it can't be fair use. That's simply not true. Many documentaries, review shows, commentary channels rely on fair use while operating as commercial businesses. So the key issue isn't whether or not the video makes money. It's whether it's transformative. So transformative, that's a little bit of legal mumbo jumbo there for you. So basically what that's saying is the creator who's using that copyrighted material, are they transforming it from its original intent to something else? And as I mentioned, the Lanterns trailer, the reason it doesn't get a copyright strike is because it's fair use, because they're taking it from a trailer, an advertisement for a movie, and they're turning it into a commentary, a critique, criticism of the execution of that trailer or how the show may look. Okay, so it's transforming the intent of that material. Okay, well, at the end of the day, copyright law is meant to protect original work, not to settle disputes between content creators. Understanding how the system works actually helps everybody navigate it a little bit more responsibly. At least I hope. All right, gang. Well, hey, look, if you found this helpful or knowledgeable, let me know in the comments. And also, if you're a creator, I would love to hear your experiences dealing with copyright claims or strikes. So that's pretty much all I've got for tonight. Everybody have a great weekend. Nanu nanu and shazbot.